Okay, so thank you. So title of the presentation is biorecree, maybe a method, good method for designing, eco-designing ICT system. So I'm Professor at the University of Lorraine, but I'm also a teacher, and I would like, where is the, I would like just to introduce my presentation about how we organize teaching in ICT system. Here is a simple representation on what is exactly ICT system, where you have input, output, controller, and resource. And when you organize a course, in fact, you concentrate content of the course of technical aspect. For example, how to configure a computer, how to code software, how to configure a network, etc., etc., etc. And after, the student has to know how to assess ICT system. And in a simple way, in fact, the assessment is just to analyze the deviation between output and input data. For that, we have a collection of metrics. So metrics are represented here. So regarding that, we study network, you will have specific metrics, such as available bandwidth, total bandwidth, jitter, packet loss, etc., etc. And when you are able to analyze your system, after, the student has to be able to optimize ICT system. And for that, in fact, you have different mechanisms that you can study, such as scheduler, traffic smoothing, bandwidth, etc., etc. But what is very strange, in fact, is here you can observe that one arrow here, and the name of this arrow is energy. And in fact, we don't speak in our lectures about energy. So maybe energy is totally neglectable in our system. But maybe not. If you analyze the report of Greenpeace, they mentioned that if the cloud is the total ICT activities were a country, it would have the 5th largest electricity demand in the world. So maybe it's not neglectable. And maybe you have to introduce energy in our course because it's very important. So today, why today in the industry we don't consider energy? Just because ICT engineers don't pay the bill, electricity bill. Okay. Except in one domain, in data center. In data center, the main problem is you have to use energy to feed ICT system, and you have also use energy to cool all the system. And the problem is, for example, just to illustrate, the last data center of Orange has been installed in Normandy in France, just because close to this data center you have 2 nuclear plants. Okay, just to give you an idea. The last data center developed by Facebook has been implemented in Luleå, just because in the return you have minus 30, and for cooling you have just to open the door. Okay. So, and the problem is when you study energy, you have a confusion, in fact. Because, okay, data center concentrate activity, you have to reduce energy, and you have, after an eco label which is attached to data center. You have green data center. But what is really a green data center? Because if the purpose, the objective of a company is only to reduce the cost, energy cost, it's not green, in fact. Okay. So when you study energy, you have 2 facets. The first one is, okay, you can reduce your cost, but if you want to be green, in fact, you have to consider the carbon emitted induced by the use of energy. The second aspect is also regarding resource depletion. And the confusion is when you want to optimize your system. Because you can reduce your energy cost, but you can also increase in the same time the carbon emission and the resource depletion. So this thing is very important to understand. So what is green data center? If you concentrate only on cost, it is not green. And one other thing is, we speak a lot of time about energy, concentrate, energy. Okay, but green ICT is not only energy. You have to consider all of the things, and especially with recycling of ICT products, especially in ICT, where the lifetime of equipment, mobile phones, is very short. You have to recycle this aspect. And because you have a problem of US management, which in fact can induce pollution, soil pollution, air pollution, etc. etc. You have also other aspects to consider. But one thing is, okay, you can recycle your system, but what is really important is you can observe that the guy has mask. This means that okay, recycling is very good, but you have also to consider that inside your equipment you have toxic material. Okay, so you have also to manage all the toxic material in ICT equipment. The other thing which you have to consider in green ICT is the famous electrosmog. Especially in France, we have a lot of discussion about that. We don't know exactly what is the real impact of electrosmog on health, but you have to consider. If you can develop ICT solution in reducing the electrosmog, it is perfect. You have aesthetic, and you have pollution such as noise, but what is interesting in these pictures is maybe you also consider education. Okay, how to use, to well use, in fact, your ICT equipment. So today, when you want so if you want to measure your performance or your ICT regarding green aspect, you need metrics. And today you have a collection of metrics on carbon, energy reuse factor, water usage, etc., etc. So you have many metrics. And the problem is we have many proposals, but it's very unclear to how to use these metrics. So I have 3 remarks. So the first remark is related to a report written by the International Telecommunication Union, which mentioned that we have many initiatives, many groups of standardization, which propose metrics, but we have no synchronization between the different proposals. The second aspect, second remark, is, in fact, what is the general objective? So you have a collection metric, but what is the general objective? How to globally optimize ICT solution with environmental consideration? Just one thing here. You have 2 metrics. This one is about green energy coefficient. Another one is about carbon usage effectiveness. Normally, if I decide to select these 2 metrics, the objective is to optimize these 2 metrics. Okay. But now, if I consider this point, solar energy has a carbon footprint of 72 grams of carbon. And nuclear power only 16. What is the best solution? Because if I use only solar energy, okay, I respect this metric, but I increase this other one. So you have many examples. So I don't have time to list, but you have many examples similar, which show that it's difficult, in fact, to handle all these metrics. And the last point is, it is mentioned by Asiento, the remark is this metric does not consider the real activities of ICT systems. It means that here you have a green variable coefficient, carbon usage effectiveness. Okay, you have a score, but you don't know the real activity. You imagine that you have a data center, okay, the data center does not emit carbon. Perfect. But if you don't store any data in the data center, it's not very efficient. Okay, so you have to consider also the activity, real activity in the matrix. So the idea is one solution maybe could be to use a biomimicry approach. So biomimicry approach is well known in a mechanical system, for mechanical system. The idea is you observe nature, you observe the profile of the bird, the form of, and after, by analyzing the form of the bird, you can create an optimized profile for a train, for a car, etc. We have another aspect which is also used in computer science, is the development of heuristic based on the nature. For example, genetic algorithm, and colony, bat algorithm, etc. In this book, I don't know if you know this book, so it's the Bible of biomimicry written by Janus Benius. In the last chapter, you have interesting proposal which consists in analyzing what is a mature ecosystem. Okay. And Janus Benius analyzed, in fact, this ecosystem, and she tries to define some rules, okay, to respect, in fact, the cycle of nature. And in fact, the rules are very simple. You have use the waste as a resource, diversity incorporate to fully use the data, gather and use energy. So it's easy to understand. Okay. And the idea is maybe you could use this lesson for ICT domain and to define green metric. So the idea is okay, using the 10 lesson as a the idea is to use the 10 lesson as a guideline for specific green ICT metrics with the objective is if ICT respect the mature ecosystem lesson, then ICT respect the planet. Okay? So I just illustrate with a simple example how to use this lesson. So you have one commandment which explains that don't fool the nest. So I concentrate this recommendation about carbon emission. So I say that okay, I need to have a matrix about carbon emission. After I continue to read the lesson, and I have don't draw down the resources. This means that you have to consider all the life cycle of your project. It means that when you study carbon emission, you have also to study the carbon emitted during all the phases of your project. So you have an equation, phi ICT is equal to carbon emitted during manufacturing step, usage, and dismantling. And I continue to read the different lessons. One is gather and use energy efficiently. Of course, you have an interaction, direct interaction between energy and carbon emission. So you can integrate in the equation information relative to the energy with a coefficient. So you can find a different table when you have a coefficient factor, carbon factor. For example, in Sweden, this factor is 0.04, in France, etc., etc. So you have an equation which respects this commandment. I continue. Diversity to fully use the habitat. Means that maybe you can include the equation not only one type of equation energy, but different type of energies. And in the equation we include, okay, we said that we have some of energy source, which could be from solar, wind, coil, etc., etc. After you have a commandment named shop locally. It means that maybe you can include in the equation information relative to the energy transport. Okay, and you include in the equation this factor. Optimize rather than maximize. So in this case, we include in fact information relative to ICT performances. For example, we have an equation relative to carbon emission. After an equation relative to the energy. The energy, you can define two types of energy. One, for example, for cooling the system, which corresponds to this part, and one corresponds to feed ICT equipment. And here I just represent an equation which shows the power necessary to feed Ethernet switch. Okay. And here what is very interesting is you have a relation between technical information such as bandwidth, load, bit, etc. Connected with power. Conclusion. So the idea of this presentation is you have a list of lessons, and the idea is to build different metrics in analyzing this lesson. Here we observe that we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lessons defined by Janice Benius to express information about carbon emission. And last slide. Remember, in the beginning of the presentation, I mentioned that you have a collection of metrics defined by the different group of organizations, which are totally disorganized. But if you observe this equation, in fact, you can find all this indicator. Here you have carbon usage effectiveness. Here you have green energy coefficient. Here you have power usage effectiveness. Here you have data center energy productivity, etc. Okay, but here what is interesting is you have only one global objective, which is I want to reduce the energy I want to reduce the carbon emission. Okay, and the other metrics, in fact, are only intermediate indicators. Thank you.